What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Black Ops Cold War. I'm gonna play with a good friend of mine, CaptTruceless, or Measured Twice, the co-owner of the channel. We're gonna play some Dead Ops Arcade, and he's gonna stream. That's about it.
Yep. That is how it's gonna go. It's gonna be so weird not sharing it with you.
Yeah, I know, right? You you get to hear my comments out loud. Isn't that fun?
No. I just had to mention that we could play all games online and that just play it together. Someone had to get a PS4.
I spent
Although
five
to be
hundred
fair,
dollars on all this, man.
you got that so fast. You were like, "Should I get like a PS4 or an Xbox One?" And I was like, "Well, if you
PS4,
want to
let's
play
go.
mainstream games, like it doesn't matter." But I was like, if you want to play every single game that you want online with me, I was like, you gotta go for the PS4. And then he was like, all right, I'll get one tomorrow. I was, phew, tomorrow.
Yep, and I got one tomorrow or the day after. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a few days because then I went on vacation.
Right.
So they're not gonna read that as fate. They're gonna be F08. If you were born in 2008, it's 06, 07, 08. So that was just my kind of thing. It now that you explained to me that it's just 08, which is the number 8, that it's there. I'm just saying that it would make more sense if you took out the 0, but that's up to you.
I might. I
I'm
might.
just I'm not gonna call you Spectre Fate. I'm just gonna call you Spectre.
Right. Like, I'm not calling you Measured Twice or Captain Truce. I'm just calling you Captain because it's just the syntax of it's easier. Oh, okay. Is this the first person one or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, because that's the only way we're gonna progress. I'm
Alright, we're
still
gonna let them
confused
watch
what's
the
going on.
cutscene. But I guess you already skipped it.
Hmm.
Did you already skip the cutscene?
Trying. There we go. I was like, I didn't know what button to press.
I was saying let them watch it.
Oh, well, I just skipped it. I thought you just skipped it.
No. No, well, who cares? Let me put these Cheetos away and then I'll skip it.
Whoa.
Mm.
I did not like that.
Mm-mm. No crab.
Where's the crab? Oh,
Mm.
maybe he learned from his mistakes.
Hold on, protect me. I gotta mess with settings.
Alright. Aha, my gun actually does stuff this time.
There we go. All right,
Better? Alright.
cool. Yep.
Whee!
Better.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again.
I hope I get the minigun this time instead of the shield. I got a ray
Honestly,
gun.
I don't really care what I am gonna get.
Trust me, you're gonna want to get the minigun.
You're not the one who got the minigun. I'm full. Also, save your moms and all that.
Yeah. Well, the first go around I didn't know what I was doing, but now I kind of do, so.
Scratching my face. Oh, chat, y'all should have been there whenever we played earlier.
Oh, it was
I
funny.
lapped this man 3 times with my points. He didn't even reach 1,000,000, and I had, I want to say 4,000,000?
5 million.
Almost.
Yeah, 5 million. Already, dude?
Already what?
You got the purple stuff. Bro, he's hagging, bro.
What?
I said you're hacking.
How am I hacking?
Because you're better at me.
Well, what did I do to make you think I was hacking?
You're just better than me, so obviously you're hacking.
Makes sense. Oh, this is 100% gonna break. Guaranteed, halfway through.
What, the stream?
100%, without a doubt.
Well, you just fix it again. I mean, for the most part, you always do. Unless you're playing, what was it? We Were Together or something like that?
Wait, what?
The one time you couldn't fix the stream, it was, We Were There Together? Or yeah, that.
Yeah, we were here together. That game was so much fun.
It
It was
fun.
so good.
I kept trying to tell you
Like
about the radio stuff, but I guess you just didn't see the comments or whatever.
No, I did. It was just kind of hard to concentrate and reply at the same time.
For those who don't know, I'm a ham radio operator.
Monkey!
No, monkey. What was I saying
say as I
beforehand?
shoot a thing.
Oh, okay.
No, I shot the treasure. For those of you who don't know, Dead Ops Arcade originally showed up in the first Black Ops. And apparently there was a second one. Didn't know that was a thing. I didn't even know this one was a thing until I had gotten the game and decided to play zombies. Oh, we still haven't killed this one.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that. Oh, it's not gonna be as funny as this time though. Oh well. We'll make our own fun. Just wait till you get to the elephants. And I'm not gonna give any context to that. You'll have to wait. Yo, the elephants, bro. What do you mean elephants? Oh, you know, the elephants. You're not explaining anything. You'll see. Is that a nuke? What was that?
Yeah, I was about to die.
Oh yeah, leveled up.
I'm scratching my nose, bro.
Why is your nose so itchy?
Because it was bleeding like 5 minutes before we started the stream.
You still have nosebleeds like that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was just sitting here and it just started to bleed. Let's go this way.
I remember your nose used to bleed all the time when we sparred. That was kind of annoying, but it was kind of funny at the same time.
Oh yeah!
Minigun.
Minigun.
Of course you got a minigun. How do you already have 1,000,000 points? Or wait, no, is that 1,000,000? No.
1,000, 100,000.
But to say, that's insane. Oh, no,
Oh shoot. Alright.
What's this do? 2 paths open. Dibs.
Oh, okay, here.
Dibs.
Alright, so I can choose?
No. I do it. You already went through, didn't you?
No, I haven't, not yet. But I'm already over here.
No, I wanted. You did it last time.
Okay, and this is the beginning of the round. This is for good luck. Actually, no. What the heck? Go back onto it. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna see what the bad one is. All right, Nathan.
Suffer for a while.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I got some XP though, so.
Oh, that rat bastard! It took away all of my. I have no boosts or napalms. It took away all my napalms and boosts.
Yeah.
What's up here?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, come here. No! It took away the keys!
Oh, that's not good.
Now we can't go over there. Hey, do you want to restart?
No.
But we could get the bonus early.
But we might not be able to do it again if we restart.
Okay, but we'll have the bonus from the beginning.
Fine. I don't even see any zombies. Oh, there they are. Chicken. Hey, look, it's a crab. It's neat.
I don't want to get too visceral because I'm sure some viewers eventually will be queasy, but at the same time, I also slightly don't care.
Yeah, me neither.
There are viewers, sure, but
You have like what, one or two?
No, my highest viewed video at the moment is, want to say 36.
My highest is 62. And it's
Yeah.
the Asoto Gary one.
Hold on. What?
Whoa.
I can't. Thank you. My brother interrupted my stream in order to give me a great Bez that tastes like medicine. I want my Cheetos back.
Alright, so you want to go first, or should I go first? Or maybe just tell them how we met. How about that?
Alright, so how we met. It was my freshman year, my first year at Melissa High School in Melissa, Texas. Alright. I had Spanish class, which was 6th period. And Ethan was in that class. But Ethan looked like an emo kid that even if you like looked at him wrong, he would like beat the shit out of you. So I never wanted to talk to him. I never wanted to talk to him just because I didn't want to offend him, because it seemed like just being in his presence offended him. It turns out that was just the way that Ethan looked. Until we became like best friends, because then I usually generally was making a joke or saying something that made him laugh. But the first time I ever spoke to him, he had this diorama, and I asked him what the diorama was, and he was like, the trading room, like as if I was the biggest idiot for not knowing that off the top of my head. So I was like, wow, this kid's a real douchebag. Anyways, I ended up getting a girlfriend. Shocking. I ended up getting a girlfriend. Ooh, I want to.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I ended up getting a girlfriend. That went south, and we ended up breaking up. But the issue was that all her friends were my friends, because they were the only people that I knew. So when we broke up, they all hated me. And like started calling me names and like pretty much borderline bullied me. Like, I literally hated being around all of them. Now don't get me wrong, I did break up with her, but I had some serious cause in order to do that. She ignored me for something that she wouldn't let me explain. It was just a common phrase, and apparently she had never heard of it before. And funny enough, I ended up playing a video game, and that phrase ended up showing up in the video game. That's personal information. I'm sure y'all could care less about it. But what ended up happening was I ended up sitting alone again. Well, I noticed one tall, slanky guy that looked blasting heavy metal all the time, and lo and behold, a shorter douchebag that looked like he would snap my neck in half if I even said his name in the slightest bit wrong. Like if I pronounced the A just a little bit too long and said Ethan, or like
How dare you?
put too much pronunciation in the TH, you know. So I ended up walking up to them and I was like, "Hey, you're in my Spanish class, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." Well, we ended up talking and we ended up like bonding over like war stories, or not like war stories, but we
You know, back
ended up
in Nam,
talking
right?
about like, yeah, we ended up talking about that and stuff like that. So we were like, "Wow, we actually have a lot in common," and so I actually ended up preferring to hang out with Chance in the beginning. But further and further as we got into it, and especially since Chance was a senior, Ethan was a junior, and I was a freshman, the more we got into it, I just enjoyed being around Ethan more. So we ended up becoming best friends. Well, Ethan decides to convince me to join. Oh, well, okay, no, I need to explain why or how you convinced me. I was filming the football practices, and you ended up convincing me because I showed up to practice just before school started. They didn't have the equipment, and you were like, "Oh, hey, well, let me go show you to Coach Mendez." I was like, "All right." So he showed me to Coach Mendez. Mendez was like, "Well, if you want to be a trainer, just stick around." I asked my mom, she was like, "I'd go for it." I was like, "Okay, cool." Well, I ended up sticking with that, and that was like one of the greatest things I could have ever done. I loved it so much. Excuse me?
What? I went to the Fortune one. So, anyways,
Is it random? There's no way.
probably.
Anyways, we ended up like hanging out and having a bunch of fun. And it got to the point where I was like over at his house all the time. It was just an amazing experience, and I would never be able to give it up. All right, unlock this door.
It was like every Friday night there was a game, and it'd be late, so late at night it'd be pointless to take him back to his house, so he just slept at my house.
And that was not my decision. It was all right. Unlock this one.
Well, yeah, it's my decision, but you ended up liking it a lot.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wasn't home. I hate being home. Speaking
And then,
of which, tomorrow I'm going to Abilene with my best friend over here.
Neat. And then I got you to judo, right?
Yep, that ended up happening. I was hanging out. It was me, him, and his brother, and we were all at the park. And he was talking about judo, and he was like, "I even made a move," and he did it slowly. He didn't do it fast or anything, so I didn't fall. He was like, "Yeah, that's the move," and I was like, "There's no way that would work." Well, he did, and by golly, did it actually work? That was like amazing. I want to say that this is the wrong area, but I'm also not for certain.
I remember the first time I threw you, you were just like, okay, and then you hit the ground really hard, and you just looked up at me for a second, and you were like, whoa, that was awesome. And I was like, I thought you got a concussion, but okay, let's keep going. And then I showed you to do it, and then you yeeted me. And it was right after a game too, maybe right before, I don't remember. It was Friday. It was late at night. It's about to storm, and we did it in the dirt. That was fun.
Yeah, and then your mom gave you like 20 bucks and said, "Here, go get some mats." And the only ones you could find were those
Baby
kindergarten ones with the
mats.
skates.
Yeah, I got some baby mats, and those worked for a good while.
Dude,
And then we
those
found the
actually weren't
turf.
bad.
Yeah, and then we found turf the last couple months you were around. And that worked pretty well, actually. I'm surprised how well it worked.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised just because, it is made so that way baseball players could like slide around and all that.
Remember that one tournament? It was like Mendez said we could just sit around for a while in the batting pens or whatever, and we just started to roll around.
Yeah, and you just hit my nose and just started gushing blood.
Yeah. Oh, and then that one time I knocked you out too, or kinda, basically. But we don't talk about that, so.
Well, I mean, we could talk about it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
And if anyone physically saw you, I mean, don't go ahead me if it's your choice. I was a part of the situation too.
Alright. So me and Captain here, we're sparring, not just grappling. We were actually punching, kicking, well, not really kicking, more just punching. The hands-on stuff, I guess. I'm blanking on the words. Striking. Yeah, there we go. We were doing striking practice, and we had gloves and I think headgear, right? And mouth guards.
Yeah.
We had mouth guards too. And he was doing pretty good, actually. And he got me pretty good in the nose. And he stopped, said, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so, we're duking it out, basically. And I feint to the left side. He blocks. And I just right hook him in the face real hard. And it didn't knock him out, but he stepped back and just kind of fell over. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I was like, haha, okay, wake up now. There's people walking around. And he didn't respond to me, so I was just really worried. And eventually he's like, oh, my head hurts. And I'm like, oh, so you're not dead. So,
Oh my god, it was terrible.
Can you describe the feeling, please?
And he had the audacity to ask me if I wanted to go again.
You want to go again?
I was like, dude, we gotta go home.
I thought
That was like really recent too. That was what, last Christmas?
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't give you a concussion. Like, I was really worried for a second, like I did. And I was like, oh,
Dude,
we'll never be able to do this again.
I'm fairly certain you did. The last time I felt pain like that, I was knocked out for like at least 15 minutes.
Yikes.
Now, for me, you say that I wasn't responding. For me, I kind of just fell over and then opened my eyes.
Your eyes were closed. So
I fell over, and
maybe
then
I did knock you out.
I immediately started like groaning.
I didn't hear a peep from you. You were just like dead silent. I was like, I think I just killed the man. You did eventually go like after a minute of just doing nothing and being a dead body or whatever. So. But hey, it's a funny story. Well, I don't know about funny. Interesting. Okay, let's see. What else to talk about? So we talked a little bit about athletic training. Maybe we should go in depth about it. Like, the description, what you do, what to expect, blah, blah, blah.
So, originally, funny enough, my job was to make sure that the helmets fit. That's what Mendez told me to do. And then afterwards, I ended up doing blood with Ethan. Um, so what we ended up doing was we would go patch up the wounds of the football players, and we would wipe the blood and get the blood out of their jerseys. What killed me? Anyways, so it was a lot of fun. And Mendez knew that we were a package. He was like, it was either both of us or it was none of us. So we ended up working baseball together too.
Oh, that was
And
real
I want to say
fun.
that's where most of the injuries that I dealt with came from. Or
I wasn't there
most
for some of
recent.
them.
I want to say you were there for all of them.
No, remember that one where I was in the bathroom or something,
Oh yeah,
and the
that
kid
one.
hit the fence or something?
Yeah, so
Oh,
this
crap,
baseball
crap.
player, we had been there from like 6.
It,
This
it was a
baseball
tournament,
player-
so it was real long.
Yeah, we finished our 2 matches, and then we went to go on to the 3rd one, and so after our team's matches win, Mendez was like, "Yeah, after this is done, you can go home." Well, it finished, and Issa was like, "I'm gonna go to the restroom." We come out, and everybody is screaming for Mendez. We're like, "What the hell happened?"
What
So-
happened when we were in the bathroom, dude?
So, Ethan's running to the bathroom, and he's like, "Go check out what they want." I like sprint to Mendez. I catch up to him, and Mendez and I are jogging out onto the field.
Didn't do that
We
very
get
often.
out there. We get out there, and oh my lord, this kid had run into this giant green metal fence that we had in one of the fields, and
Covered
he
in
had
blood.
split open his eyebrows entirely. So everybody else was pretty much like, "Ew, oh my god." Meanwhile, I was sitting there like, "Oh, awesome!" Pulled out gauze, like you pulled out the disinfectant. I was sitting there like tapping it, making sure that I would dry the blood. I wouldn't wipe it just to make sure I wouldn't reopen the wound or make it worse or anything like
Yeah.
that. I was doing my general like training stuff, the stuff that I was taught and the stuff that I learned. We ended up getting him up and taking him over to this area. Yeah, Mendez. Yeah, he needed a doctor.
Yeah,
After that.
we steri stripped his eyebrow and sent him off to a doctor to get stitches. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It
I
was terrible.
I think we had to put what was it, antibiotic in there because it was so big. We were worried about infection. So
Now I think we can both agree on which one was the worst.
oh yeah,
And-
the ref.
That was the referee.
Yeah, that was.
That was terrifying. I was actually scared.
I was
gonna
scared, but also giddy because I was like, I trained for this. I know what to do here. But also at the same time, I was kind of scared. Good thing Dr. Parker was there. That was really good that he was.
Yeah. Long story short, we were moments away from having to call the game short, and someone would have lost a loved one. That's
Yeah.
how close we were.
If you want, I can
So-
explain the story.
Yeah, you go
right.
for it.
So it's like, what half was it? I don't remember. It was pretty late in
It
the
was
game,
the
right?
final quarter.
Yeah, it was the final quarter, and where everyone was just kind of tired and ready to go home, and I was walking around on the sidelines, just kind of like wondering what to do, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, why is it so quiet? And my mind thinks something's happened, so I begrudgingly look over and I'm like, okay, what happened now? And then I see a giant huddle of literally everybody around this one dude. I can't see who it is, but all I see is feet on the ground, and I'm like, did someone get knocked out or something? And I see Mendez, and he's like waving his hand, and I can't hear him, but I can see he's yelling the word AED, and I went, oh shit, somebody's had a heart attack or something, because that's what AED is for. It's automatic external defibrillator. It's for cardiac arrest, basically a heart attack. A little different, but whatever. And so the girl on the radio, I'm just gonna call her Mary. Mary was supposed to have a radio on and run the AED over when Mendez radioed in, but I guess she fiddled with the settings or whatever, didn't hear it. and I recognized that she didn't hear it and was confused. So I started Usain and Bolt over there. The second I got within earshot of her, she's like, "Oh, AED, okay, great." And so she runs over there with it. And then Dr. Parker was there, thankfully. He starts compressions immediately. The guy's ribs crack. I think he did 2 sets of compressions. They had to shave his chest because it was real hairy to get the pads on. They shocked him. And like when in the movies, you see their whole body goes, and I was like, okay, that's a little dramatic. Nope, that's really what it looks like. Their whole body just goes, and I'm sitting here getting ready with my because I have Captain can tell you I have like a whole Batman utility belt full of stuff on my hip usually, quite literally. It's gotten bigger as the years go on, but I got the pocket mask out and I'm ready just to start assisting because I have CPR training. And then luckily we get him back. They stick an IV in him. Paramedics come, and Paige almost throws up, which I found hilarious. Not really, but it was kind of funny. And yeah, and then the game went on. The end.
I mean, to be fair though, Mary was also pretty hot.
Yeah. The guy.
You're gonna be absolutely terrible if she somehow, somewhere ended up stumbling across these videos.
Paige, if you're watching this, up yours.
Oh, not that one. That one, yeah, that one. Ugh. Ugh.
Anderson or the other one? Or both?
There were 2?
Paige Anderson, the trainer one. The one that kept hitting on you or something. But really weirdly. Oh, and there's that whole, ooh, the baby thing.
Oh, yeah.
We don't talk about that,
I
though.
don't think she was hitting on me.
She was weird.
She was just extremely nice to me, and she was, like, nice to no one else.
She asked if she could pee on my stomach one time, and I was like, no. Go away. No, please.
Okay, but
Elephant.
I think she was just messing with you.
Well, she was kind of a bleepity bleep. So yeah, Rep had a heart attack. What else was there?
Wait, but what other Page was there? Because you said Anderson
Wasn't
or
your
the other one.
ex's name Paige or something?
Oh no, she wasn't my ex, but I did want to date her. I know who
Oh,
you're talking
okay,
about.
okay. I thought that was the one you talked about.
That one was complete bull. No, that one I had asked her if she wanted a hug.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
she
right.
said that she needed one, and I was like, and she said yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. And well, she was like, I was like, well, do you prefer like long hugs or like short hugs? 'Cause, you know,
So specific. Jeez.
I was just like, well, you know, not everyone enjoys long hugs. I don't. I'm not a very huggy person.
Me neither.
Well,
I hug when I need to.
Then-
Okay.
then her mom ended up seeing it, I think, or whatever. And I was like, okay, so I was like, just, you know, I'll give you a hug in the library or whatever. And she goes, well, actually, can we meet at the 4th floor? I was like, well, whatever, okay. We met at the 4th floor.
Elephant behind us.
And I gave her a hug. Her mom saw the messages and completely turned the situation around. It's that I, like, asked her if I'd, like, touch her or whatever. I was like, what the hell? It was really stressful. I was so mad.
Yeah, I can attest to this because for a whole week he was just super angry. And I was like, bro, calm down. He's like, no. And I was like, okay, I'll back off.
Well, that's because I'm tired of, like, trying to be nice, and then it's immediately thrown back in my face.
It does happen a lot, and I feel bad for you.
I was just like, hey, you need a hug? And her mom's like, haha, you keep talking to my daughter and I'll call sexual assault. I was like, what the fuck?
So, athletic training, other stuff we've seen. Let's see. The ref, that guy at the eyeball. Were you there for when what's his name? Youngblood split his hand open or something?
I was not, I don't think.
Oh, it was just me then. So it was a baseball game. Braden couldn't make it, I don't think. Or maybe this was like right before he started doing baseball with me. But it was a really, really cold day. And this game has been going on for ages. Amanda's like, hey, you can go home. And my policy is I don't go home until everyone else does. I'm usually the last to leave. That's just how I work. And so I'm looking at the dugout, cross my arms as I'm cold. And then I hear, frick! And I hear a wham! And I'm like, what the hell was that? And so I look over, and as I'm going back into the dugout, I hear a player saying, Coach, I think you need the outfielder. And I'm like, oh god, what happened now? And so I look in there, and sure enough, Youngblood had, he punched a locker, but not any old locker. It's one of those lockers with the holes in it that are diamond shaped, and like the edges jut out at you. And he punched one right in the middle. And so his hand was just gushed open. And this has been a really boring day, mind you. So I was kind of happy that something was happening, and I was like, I get to do something, and I was a little too hasty trying to get my gloves on. And so by the time I got my gloves on, it was too late, and I was like, alright, Mendes, what do you need help with? And I kid you not, he hands me a bottle and some gauze that says, here, clean the floor. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And so I cleaned the floor.
That's Mendes for you. Mendes is a good guy, though.
He was overworked.
He told me happy birthday.
Did he?
Oh, do not get hit by the monkey. Yeah, he put on my timeline, happy birthday. And I was like, oh.
He never did that for me. Mendes, I trusted you. Nah, he was a good guy. He was overworked, and I mean really overworked. I feel bad for the guy. He's not an athletic trainer anymore, by the way.
The other trainer. Oh yeah, and yeah, isn't he worth like? He's
a loans officer now.
Like,
he's a loans officer, so he gives people loans.
Oh, that doesn't sound very fun.
Well, I asked him about it, and he's like, well, it's got its mixes of ups and downs, but it's better for my schedule. Because he actually got married.
Yeah. Didn't we meet his girlfriend one day?
Huh? Yeah.
I swear she came for, like, pizza or whatever.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I'm down for a long time.
You're already all out of Levi? Oh shit, I am too. This went so much better when we weren't talking.
Yeah, but hey, this is still fun.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so Mendes overall, good guy, overworked, sometimes a jerk, but hey. Oh, that's neat.
But I mean, to be fair, the other trainer left him.
Oh yeah, Doc.
Through the year.
Oh, that. Look, people like Doc, and I did too. Oh my god, it's a lot of zombies. But she was always preoccupied. To be fair, she was getting a doctorate in sports medicine, which is like a very new degree. But still, like, come on, guy. She's a girl. So I'll just give some background. Doc. I'm not gonna say her real name because I don't really remember her all the way. We call her Doc. She's an ex-Marine. She had a master's, and when I was with her, she was teaching sports medicine class, which was good
that
because
sounds like y'all were dating.
When I was with her, you know. What the hell? But she was always like preoccupied. But she was really nice though. She was. And then just one day out of the blue, gone. Didn't say a word. And Mendes was just like, oh my god, I have like 15 sports to cover. And from that day on, he was just kind of grumpy all the time. But to be fair, he was under a lot of stress, so.
Not only that, half the trainers were more worried about getting laid than they were about doing their job.
Oh my god, right? There was only like, let's see, 4 or 5 people who took their job seriously. Me, Braden, Keegan, Caitlin, although Caitlin, how about that? And then who else was it? I think it was Olivia.
Leighton
Yeah, Leighton. There we go.
and Michaela.
Michaela always takes it seriously. My bad. Oh man, I've been a student trainer for 4 years, man. I have a lot of stories. I just have to remember them all. You want to go again?
I'd say yeah, but I think we should focus less on storytelling and more on trying to get, provide better content for people.
This is good content. Okay. Oh, I totally forgot to talk about. This is the last thing about athletic training for a little bit. Just like what you do. Because when people see student athletic trainers, they think, oh, that's just the water boy or girl. I mean, yeah, that is kind of like 50% of our job. The other 50% is all medical. So, we carry kits around. And what we do is we give water, duh. But we also we treat wounds, we help with workouts, or we help rehabilitation, or we help with like helmets or any little thing. We're a workhorse. We can do a little bit of everything. We do a lot of labor, moving stuff around.
We were there to make sure that the team could function to their maximum ability with equipment.
Right.
All right. We weren't obviously we weren't there out there being like, yeah, put your minds together. Sometimes we were when the game was hype.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We were usually just there just to make sure that the equipment was able to get them to their maximum ability.
Yeah, pretty good description. And sometimes we did one more of one thing than others. Sometimes it just kind of be like we give out water for the most part because no one got injured, or it'd be sometimes where it was just we were so busy with injuries we didn't have time to give water out. We had stations, and Bray, what station did you get placed on most? I got placed on cooler and blood most.
I got placed on blood.
Only on blood? You never got cooler? Or bottles?
Well, that's because. Are you talking about during games or during
games
as well?
Just games.
Yeah.
Because practice, everyone does everything.
I was just on blood with you.
Oh, that's right. Because Mendes wanted us working together. That's right. My bad. Forgot.
Yeah, he never like. I never was able to fully take my test or learn how to properly wrap an ankle.
Because you're always busy.
Yeah. Well, not only that, there was never time.
We were always busy.
I literally never got given the chance to learn. But the cool thing is that usually when there was something that needed wrapped, you would wrap it while I cleaned up the blood, so it kind of worked out anyways.
And remember like bus trips? I bring flashcards and have you just attest you.
Oh my god, yeah, it was so boring.
Hey, but you actually learn a couple things.
I used to know every bone in the foot all the way up to the knee, but
then I took an arrow to one,
Yeah.
The lateral one is the fibula. It supports about 15% of the weight.
Yeah, no, but the tibia would be the one that's closest to the inside of the body.
Okay, now we're talking about dimensional planes. That's a little different story. Whoa.
I guess it would be the smallest bone.
So anyway, what was your favorite part about training?
Oh, well, other than being around like the cutest girls, my favorite part was honestly the memories. Like, of course, I was around like there were like hot trainers.
There were.
But I was never out to like get them or anything. There was only one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because I had known her before I started training.
Was it the L one?
No, that was you. You tried to get
K.
her. Yeah, it was K.
Yikes. Let me tell you,
Um,
did not age well.
no, neither did her boyfriends. But afterwards, but yeah, but like after that was a clear gone no. I didn't really. I wasn't there for the girls. It was just like I was constantly around pretty women, but we were all just friends, and that's just what it was.
After a while, you stop seeing them as pretty girls and more like, hey, it's a friend or a coworker or whatever,
Colleague.
a colleague. There you go, an attractive colleague, but still just a colleague. See him every other day, or even every day sometimes. I have to say, my favorite part is also the memories, but also just the things I learned. I learned so much in training about the body and just how it works, and I would never have learned about that kind of stuff if I hadn't joined. And let's see, I got Trainer of the Year. Was it 2019? And Mendez said the reason I got it is because I worked hard and I asked a lot of questions. And to be fair, I did ask a lot of questions all the time.
I think the reason why it's much easier to play first person. Oh, there's a key.
What?
How do I get this?
Oh, maybe it's like a switch or something.
The reason why it's much easier is I think the map actually changes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, so you told me before that you did golf, right?
Yes,
was
I'm
it-
doing golf, and this year, because I want Robert to do golf, I'm also gonna play tennis because that was the condition, was that if he plays golf, I can play tennis.
Huh. Like golf or disc golf?
Golf. I play disc golf in my free time.
Yeah, I know. I played with you, with Christian. That is the weirdest story, by the way. Remember that one time I almost got in a fight with Christian and Isaac?
Yeah.
Though that was so bad. Let's hear your side of it because I can't.
So I walk outside, and it's lunchtime. I'm ready to sit down and just eat and relax. I walk out, and Ethan's like red-faced, pissed, and I'm sitting here like, well, okay. Everyone's like hostile and ready to fight, and I'm so lost, confused. Turns out that Ethan said some words that he shouldn't have, but to
Yeah.
be fair, this is a like 14-year-old girl that was drinking and like dating her best friend, and saying some of them was still stupid bull, and like she kind of brought the fight to us. But Ethan said something. He did end up apologizing and shaking hands. But, oh my gosh, I really didn't like her.
So there was like, what, 5 other guys ready to just duke it out with me, right? Was it? There was Christian, Isaac, the other Ethan, and then 2 random kids, I think. Oh, and Chance was just kind of sitting there, like, pretending not to exist.
Yeah, Chance ended up getting up and leaving.
He was like, I'm out. Bye-bye.
I set my stuff down, but I was right behind Ethan.
Luckily, though...
Like, yeah, the situation got diffused.
And then I became friends with one of the guys. I mean, it was actually pretty crazy. This guy stood up in front of me, Christian, looked down on me and it was like, do something. And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, well, if I do something, I better make it good. On the outside, I was like, oh yeah, let's see. I was kind of scared on the inside. Luckily, nothing happened. And then Braden over here is like, hey, do you want to go disc golfing? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I see Christian, and I'm like, what's he doing here? No, I don't want to die today. He's like, no, we're cool. And I'm like, okay. And then we had a blast. And then, get this, he did wrestling with me, Christian, and we became good friends.
Nice.
So that's my story.
Actually, before I do that, I think I'm actually going to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm sorry we didn't really get anywhere. That was just a chill moment with us, just something out of the blue. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good night.
Peace. Just the stream off?
Alright. Oh yeah, my stream's off.
Alright,
I need to get a laptop so that way I can make videos.
Alright. I think I'll end my recording.